Beloved ones, today we begin a journey of reflection and transformation, exploring the presence of Jesus as a path to overcome excessive thoughts and attain spiritual and emotional peace. Jesus invites us to live in the present moment, where we find rest for the soul, freedom from mental burdens, and a direct connection with the divine. As we learn to be present, we are able to let go of anxiety, wounds, and restlessness that distance us from the true peace He offers us. Presence is not something distant or inaccessible. It is already here, waiting to be noticed. It's not about eliminating thoughts, but about recognizing that we are more than them. We are the awareness that observes them. Jesus teaches us that living in the now is an act of surrender and trust. When He says, "The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are good, your whole body will be full of light." Matthew 6:22. He shows us that clarity and peace arise when we turn our attention to the present moment, free from the darkness of restless thoughts. Thoughts, as useful as they may be, can become a burden when they take control. Many live trapped in mental cycles of regrets about the past or worries about the future. These patterns disconnect us from the now, the only moment where God dwells. Jesus, in His wisdom, invites us to realize that we are not slaves to these thoughts. He offers us a path to freedom, an opportunity to observe the mind without getting lost in it. The practice of presence teaches us that, instead of fighting against thoughts, we can simply see them as clouds passing through the sky. We do not need to identify with them or follow them. When Jesus reminds us, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." John 8:32. He is pointing to the truth that we are more than our agitated minds. We are the peace, the silence, and the light that dwell in the presence of God. So now, I want you to reflect. How many times have your thoughts taken you away from the peace you seek? How many times have you felt trapped in worries or resentments that Jesus has already asked you to release? Today, let's begin a journey to let go of these burdens, anchoring our mind and heart in the now, where we find the love and divine presence that transforms everything. Shall we go together? Jesus left us practical and eternal lessons to help us find peace. He said, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself." Matthew 6:34. These words invite us to release anxiety about the future and live fully in the now, where life truly happens and where God reveals Himself. A powerful way to practice presence is to realize that we don't need to fight or control our thoughts. Instead, we can shift our attention to what is real in this moment. A practice I want to share here is mindful eating, which helps us apply presence even to small daily acts, like eating. At your next meal, do the following. Slow down. Before eating, observe the food. Notice the colors, smell the aroma, and take in the details. As you chew, be completely present, savoring each bite and noticing the texture and flavors. This simple exercise not only connects us to the present moment, but also brings a sense of gratitude and reverence for the nourishment we receive. Jesus, when multiplying the loaves and fishes, gave thanks before sharing. How about practicing that too? Truly giving thanks before each meal and eating with awareness is a way to honor the divine presence in something so simple and vital. Another essential practice I want to bring is being present while walking or doing everyday activities. Often, we live on autopilot, stuck in our thoughts while doing routine things like walking, washing dishes, or taking a shower. Jesus, in His life, demonstrated full attention in every moment, whether healing someone or speaking with His disciples. You can apply this to your day. While walking, for example, feel the contact of your feet with the ground. the rhythm of your breath, the wind touching your skin. If you're washing dishes, notice the temperature of the water, the sound of the soap, and the movement of your hands. These are simple details, but they anchor us in the now and help us break free from automatic thought patterns. A powerful technique for dealing with negative or repetitive thoughts is the cancel method. Whenever a thought arises that robs you of your peace, say mentally or out loud, "Cancel" 3 times. As you do this, visualize a big X over your mental screen, covering that thought, and then imagine yourself swiping that mental screen to the side. This creates a pause in the mental cycle, opening space for conscious presence. With practice, this technique can become a daily ally, helping you shift your attention away from what is heavy and focus it on what is real and uplifting. Jesus gave us practical examples of how to live in presence and gratitude. He invites us to surrender our worries and trust in the now, saying, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. When we place our attention on the present, in simple acts like eating, walking, or even breathing, we are relieved of the weight of worries and the mental narratives that imprison us. God is present in everything, and when we are attentive to the now, we recognize this divine presence in every detail of our lives. Beloved ones, I invite you to try these practices in your daily life. Eat with attention, walk with awareness, and above all, trust that Jesus is with you in the present moment. It is here, in the now, that He meets us, transforms us, and grants us the peace that surpasses all understanding. Let us continue together on this path of presence and surrender. As you continue to practice these techniques over time, you will begin to experience deeper presence and find it easier to redirect your thoughts when you catch yourself thinking something negative. Now, I want to go deeper into how the daily practice of presence can transform our life experience and align us even more with the teachings of Christ. The presence of Jesus is not something distant or reserved only for moments of prayer. It can be lived in every aspect of our day, and it is in this constant awareness that we find true transformation. Jesus showed us this with His own actions. He lived each moment with full attention, being truly present for those around Him, listening to them, healing them, and offering His unconditional love. When we live in this presence, we become reflections of that light in the world, capable of bringing peace and compassion to those around us. A practical way to cultivate this daily connection with presence is through conscious breathing. Whenever you notice that your mind has been overtaken by thoughts or negative emotions, bring your attention to the rhythm of your breath. Just feel the air coming in and going out, without trying to change anything. This simple act creates a space of calm and clarity, allowing you to disconnect from mental noise and return to the now, where Jesus is present. Another powerful gateway to presence is silence. Finding moments of silence throughout the day helps us create inner space to hear the voice of God. It doesn't have to be something complex. Just turn off your phone, close your eyes for a few minutes, and simply be with what is. In that silence, we realize that the peace we so desperately seek does not come from the outside, but from within, from direct contact with the divine. Jesus taught us this when He said, "The kingdom of God is within you." Luke 17:21. When we become silent, we access this kingdom, we experience the presence of God, and we allow Him to guide our thoughts and actions. Furthermore, the practice of conscious gratitude helps us live in the presence of Jesus in our daily lives. Many times, we are so focused on what we lack or on what we want to change that we forget to be grateful for what we already have. But when we turn our attention to the present moment, we notice the countless blessings God gives us each day. It might be the air we breathe, the beauty of a sunset, or even the simple fact that we've made it this far. Jesus showed us the power of gratitude by always giving thanks, even in the face of challenges. How about, at the end of each day, setting aside a moment to give thanks for 3 things you experienced? This simple habit transforms our perspective and connects us even more deeply with the divine presence. Finally, living in the presence of Jesus makes us more aware of our role in the world. When we are present, we begin to see how our actions, words, and even thoughts impact those around us. We become instruments of God's peace, capable of radiating love and compassion in a world so often ruled by fear and disconnection. Jesus called us to be the light of the world, and that light shines brightest when we live in the now, aligned with His presence. Beloved ones, I invite you to make this practice of presence a daily habit. Start small, observe your breath, embrace silence, give thanks for your blessings, and bring full attention to every action you take. Over time, you will notice that the peace you long for is not somewhere far away, but right here, within you, waiting to be lived. And now, I want to hear from you. How did this message touch your heart? What practices do you intend to apply in your daily life to live more fully in the presence of Jesus? Share your reflections and experiences in the comments. If this message brought peace to your heart, send it to someone who also needs to hear these words. Together, we can spread the light and love of Jesus, one moment at a time. May God bless your journey.